ஆரம்பிக்கலாமா? So hello traders, this is Umar with you and I hope you are all doing great. So yesterday was a highly volatile trading session and markets were so much volatile I could not post. I was very tired and I couldn't post. So yesterday alone market was swinging. Nifty alone swinged more than 450 points, I think, yeah, around 450 points, and bank Nifty around 1200 points. So it was kind of highly volatile trading session. So yeah, hi Manju, how are you? So I'll get back to your chart session later. So markets were highly volatile and as I told you, I was tired and I was not able to post any video, right? So we are back today, and even today if you see our previous video which I posted day before yesterday, I clearly told that FIIs are having 67% short in the market. So what does that mean is that if there is any bad news, markets are likely not to go down because they have already factored in all the bad news. If there is any good news, markets are likely to shoot up on the upside. So the downside is limited and limited. So that's what we told, right? Downside is going to be limited. Now what happened yesterday in the budget session was either there was any bad news or there was any good news. So market participant accepted or made this budget as a positive budget. So it actually there was nothing for the middle class or the working class or the taxpayers in the budget. In fact, and there was no any good news for the traders also, right? So people wrote letter to our FM, and I think due to corona issue this letter has not reached FM. So I told you it's not going to happen. So all these things are maybe okay, let's forget that one. Let's focus on what we are doing, right? So market has taken this budget as a positive budget since there was no any tax hike or neither there was any tax reduction, and market shooted up drastically. In fact, in the last 3 trading session Nifty alone has shooted more than how much, maybe 700-800 points. And if you see bank Nifty has shooted more than 3000 or 3200 points. I could remember I saw 37,700. We are sitting somewhere around 39,300. I'm talking about bank Nifty. And Nifty last week was around 17,000, and now as of now we are sitting somewhere around 17,800 plus, right? So that's a rally of 800 points in 3 trading sessions, plus just not a normal rally. What I could see is 3 days of continuous gap ups, right? So there was a gap up and every gap up is being sustained. So you have to remember that this is kind of I wouldn't say risky. See, gap ups and gap downs are formed to be filled. So you'll have to take note of that. So whenever there is a gap up or whenever there is a gap down, history says that these gap ups and gap downs are likely to be filled in the future. Maybe it can be done tomorrow, maybe 10 days, after 10 days, or maybe after 1 month or 3 months. We really don't know, but gap ups and gap downs are to be filled. So that's what the history says. That's what the chart says us. So you go and see the previous chart. If there is any gap up or gap down, that gap up or gap down will be filled in the near future. So what I am trying to say is we may see maybe 17,000 again. Maybe let's see how things pan out. But as of now, even I was bearish, right? If you see our last week videos and all, I was saying markets are likely to touch 16,800, and even in our group many people were chatting about the markets. And for your information, we have a very vibrant Telegram group. If you want to join our discussion group, you are most welcome, and the link for that Telegram group is on the description below. You can go and check the link, and if you want you can join the group. So looking at the markets, what we see is markets are likely headed north. As I told you, every gap down or every gap up is being filled, and this is the yesterday's price action, kind of highly volatile, right? V-shape recovery, two-way, three-way moves, and today's gap up and good positive run on the upside, that is due to because of short covering in the market. So if you see the open interest, I can show you if you see yesterday's price action, or if you had access to yesterday's open interest, you can go and check. The highest call was in around 17,000. In fact 17,500 had the highest call. Now once the market yesterday itself, market actually yesterday Nifty came to level of say of 17,200 and all, right? Let me go to Nifty. 17,200 it touched. From 17,600 it came to 17,200, and immediately it recovered all the losses in the second part of the trading session. So market were kind of volatile yesterday, highly volatile. If I could put it in that way, markets were kind of highly volatile yesterday. So this 200 point swing, up and down swing, many people would have returned 17,500 call option, and once the market recovered and settled above 17,600, those people who would have returned 17,500 would have gone for cover. And in fact today's gap up which happened today morning would also have triggered many call writers to square off their position, or in simple language, short covering had happened today morning, and that was helpful to take the market on the upside. So tomorrow's expiry, if you see the open interest historical option chain or open interest, 18,000 call option is having the highest open interest. So we are likely to expire between 17,700 to 18,000 tomorrow morning. And if you see the bank Nifty, 40,000 is having the highest open interest, and if you see 39,000 is having the highest put interest. In fact people have returned more puts than calls today. If you see the Nifty pack, let me show you. If you see the Nifty pack, see almost call options, short covering or squaring of the call options are in negative figures. So which means people have squared off their calls and they have shifted their calls to maybe even puts. They have started writing puts. That's why we are seeing a shift in volume from calls to puts, right? So when you are a bearish guy, or when you expect the market to go down, you write calls, and when you are bullish you write puts as an option seller. I am talking in an option seller's perspective, right? So markets are likely to go on the upside. We were bearish, we were wrong, but it's okay. It's not a big deal, right? Everybody is wrong, and in fact you have to be wrong. You cannot be right every time, and if I am right every time, I would be a multi-millionaire, right? I would make money every day, right? So markets are market, we cannot do anything about that. And as I talk to you, SGX Nifty is trading above 17,800. it's up by 50 points, and even if you see the US markets, US markets are firmly in the green. European markets are better. FTSE alone is up by I think 50 or 60 points. So all the European markets are firmly in the green, and hopefully if we are getting good global cues today, we can go on the upside. Maybe we can touch 18,000 on the upside tomorrow. So that's what we think, right? And if you see the FIA data, FIAs, total FIAs, they are sellers. They have sold for around 183 crores, and DIs have bought for 425 crores. So FIAs are, as I told you, FIAs are squaring off their position. So that's also a good thing to happen. let's see things pan out. I'm sure nobody is shorting the market. It's not a good idea to short the market now, since everybody is bullish. I recommend you also to take a bullish position in the market. So with that being said, I hope we have talked all the areas, and if you see, the bank nifty was a star performer today. It performed really well thanks to HDFC twins. Both are FII favorites, and it's really taking the actually HDFC twins was the contributor to bank nifty for bank nifty's performance, right? So nothing much. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.